If you're a dog owner in Beverly Hills, you already know it's a pretty special place for you and your dog. But finding the right trainer here, well, that's about helping your dog become a happy, well-mannered resident of this amazing city. So let's get into how you can find that perfect professional.
Here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with what makes training here unique. Then, we'll figure out what your dog actually needs. After that, we'll look at different training styles, what questions to ask a potential trainer, and we'll wrap up with some really important local rules and resources.
All right, first up, let's talk about the setting itself. Because training a dog in Beverly Hills, well, it comes with its own particular challenges and opportunities.
I mean, think about it. One minute, you could be on a peaceful neighborhood walk, and the next, you're navigating a super busy sidewalk on Rodeo Drive. Your dog needs to be comfortable around outdoor dining, polite when people want to say hi, and just generally unfazed by the city's energy. A good trainer gets this and will prepare your dog for those exact real-world situations.
Okay, so before you even start looking for a trainer, it's really helpful to pause and get clear on what you and your dog are actually trying to accomplish.
So, you got to ask yourself, what's the goal here? Are you bringing home a brand new puppy and starting from scratch? Or maybe you have a specific issue, like your dog pulling on the leash every time you go for a walk. Just pinpointing your main objective is a huge first step in finding the right person to help.
Your goals will probably fit into one of these buckets. Family dog manners and basic obedience. That's really the foundation for any great companion. Puppy training, obviously, is all about getting off to a great start. And then you have behavior modification, which is for more specific challenges like fear or anxiety. Knowing which one you need helps narrow down your search a lot.
Training also comes in different formats, to fit your life. Private lessons give you that one-on-one attention, which is perfect for tackling specific issues right there in your home. Group classes are awesome for practicing skills around the distraction of other dogs. And things like day training or board and train can really speed things up if your schedule is packed.
So you know what you need, but how do you spot a really good quality trainer? Honestly, it mostly comes down to their methods and their credentials.
Modern, science-backed training is all about positive reinforcement. This reward-based approach does more than just teach commands. It actually builds a trusting relationship and gives your dog the confidence to handle those busy city streets we were talking about. It's really about cooperation, not correction. Now, since dog training isn't a regulated industry in California, certifications are how you can check a trainer's expertise and their commitment to professional standards. It really shows they're dedicated to their own education and to using ethical practices. Here are a few of the top-tier certifications you might see. CPD-TK is a really well-respected, solid certification for general training. KPA-CTP comes from a world-famous Positive Reinforcement Academy. And if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious anxiety or reactivity, a certification like CBC-CKA tells you that trainer has a higher level of specialization in behavior.
Okay, so you've found a few potential trainers. They have great credentials. Now it's time to actually interview them and talk about the costs involved.
Think of these questions as your toolkit. The first two just confirm what you already researched about their methods and expertise. But question 3 is so important. You want a trainer who really understands your specific Beverly Hills lifestyle. And of course, you need to be crystal clear on how progress is tracked and what the total financial commitment is going to be, including things like their cancellation policy.
And speaking of costs, this chart should give you a pretty realistic picture of what to expect for 2025 in our area, which does tend to be a bit higher than average. You can see a group class might be a few $100s, while a big program like a board and train is a much larger investment. This just helps you line up your goals with your budget right from the get-go.
And finally, let's go over some local info that's just plain good for every dog owner here to know.
This number is simple, but it's absolutely essential. Beverly Hills requires that all dogs in public spaces must be on a standard leash, and that leash can be no longer than 6 feet. There aren't any designated off-leash areas inside the city itself, so this rule applies pretty much everywhere you go.
So on the left, you see those key local rules. That 6-foot leash law, the fact that you need an LA County dog license, and noise ordinances that are taken seriously. But since there are no off-leash parks in the city, the column on the right shows some fantastic nearby options just outside the city limits. Places like the West Hollywood Dog Park or Runyon Canyon, where you can safely practice skills like recall. At the end of the day, investing in good training is about so much more than just following rules. It's about giving you and your dog the freedom and the confidence to enjoy everything this incredible community has to offer, together. We really hope this guide helps you find the perfect partner for that journey.
Here's to many happy, peaceful walks, relaxing patio lunches, and just a wonderful life with your well-mannered companion.